Hi, are you ready for a new episode of our moto trip? It will take you far north from Santiago to the most lunar landscapes of the desert wasteland, stretched along on the border with Bolivia and the Argentinian province of Jujuy. To visualize it, let's take a closer look at the map. As you can see, in a couple of hundreds of kilometers up the map from the Chilean capital, all the greenery literally disappear, replaced by the empty desert areas, mysterious and lifeless, or at least pretending to be so. Let's assume that the highways in Chile is something special. The maintenance is just beyond fantastic, although this is the first country in our list where we have to pay for a motorcycle passing every toll. Honestly, it is a bit annoying because the tolls are located very close to each other while the cashiers only accept cash, so you need to be aware and keep a lot of coins and small banknotes to pass through the gates. The average price is about $1 depending on the distance to another toll and each country province. Thus, the full tank designed for 350 kilometers will cost you about $4 more. It doesn't have color, but it has taste. Just a little bit. So here we are in Pueblito de Los Lilos. It's the middle point of our today's journey. And yeah, already feeling a little bit tired after 200 something kilometers, but as I said before, the roads has descended on the coastline. As you can see, the weather becomes more and more harsh as far as the season turns to the winter time, and it's already like really cold to drive even during the daytime. But as far as we're moving on the north, we hope that soon it will become a little bit warmer. Fortunately, there are a lot of really fancy and nice cafes on our way, and this one is just fantastic and really very cute. Hoping to reach our destination before the dark hour. So, bye-bye. Shortly after this interview, the scenery starts to get scary, and my delights for the abundance of places where you can rest with a coffee and a media luna turned out to be the lost ever since. We were entering the north of the country that immediately revealed itself in fierce winds, desert sights, and complete wilderness between the little towns randomly cast along the highway. What you can say about how's the trip's going?
I don't understand why it's so cold if we are right near the ocean. We are not in the mountains.
We're like taking a ride through like almost all the way you're driving through the clouds. Although the altitude just cannot be really high because like almost all the time you see the coastline, but the clouds are so freezing cold and they're so low that you're always keeping riding on inside the clouds. Soon the road led us to the mountainside, and all of a sudden, after passing a tunnel, the weather fairly resolved into a bright sunny day. Our first overnight stop was the town of Coquimbo. Coquimbo, historically a major port, gained importance in the 19th century due to the mining exports and immigration, particularly from England and China. Today, Coquimbo is known for its bustling ports, vibrant seafood markets, and the massive Cruz del Tercer Milenio monument, offering panoramic views. As for me personally, Cruz del Tercer Milenio was definitely inspired by the robot church from Futurama series. Indeed, religion plus architectural brutalism can show the world surprising spawns. Now let's take a break for a 5-second doggo moment and go on. Coquimbo is pretty small, so it just takes an hour to see all of its best. The next destination to wander in was the town of La Serena. La Serena and Coquimbo are two neighboring cities located on the Pacific coast of northern Chile, separated by just a few kilometers of drive. La Serena, founded in 1544, is one of the oldest cities in Chile and showcases beautiful colonial architecture, including numerous churches and memorable picturesque street views.
La sexta forma de improvisar, matatán, lasciami compara como se declama, mi hermano cuando sta la motora de boccia mi amiga che...
Sudden hip-hop break now, okay. The city was a vital link during the Spanish colonial period, serving as a transit point between Lima and Santiago. Right on the central square of La Serena, we found a nice place for dinner with a local food and intriguing Art Deco interior. The atmosphere of a Parisian cabaret and a waiter densely covered in Latin American gang tattoos from the forehead all the way down to the uniform added a drop of slight insanity into our day's cocktail. So after the dinner we went to a cathedral seeking redemption and shortly after went back to get prepared for the further go. Together, La Serena and Coquimbo form a dynamic cultural and economic zone, blending history and beach tourism. And as for us, we went further on towards the city of Antofagasta, the last frontier into the mysterious Atacama Desert. That will definitely worth a special video. See you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe and hit likes. Bye bye.